Disclaimer: the views expressed in this video is my opinion, looking at the world from the perspective of it being a stage and the characters that are lit up on the stage and the events and shits like that. Everything is for entertainment purposes only, and allegedly. I don't actually know anything. So I promise I'm gonna be more consistent over here on this channel. And I'm not really promising to nobody but myself and what I feel spiritually guided to do, because every time I'm spiritually guided to do something, it's never for nothing. So today we're going to talk about a couple of y'all luminaries in one. So it just popped in my head because I normally don't pay Cardi B no mind. Like, I don't know what the fuck her last album sounded like. Ever since she said she don't really write, I don't listen to her, because I like the art of hip hop. Like, I like how people put their bars together. Like, oh, that's hard, or the shit that make you screw your face up or whatever. It just never gave that. And then after she said she don't write, it's just like, what am I listening to her for? Also, I'm not gonna lie, after I found out she was calling Black women monkeys and roaches, like, when I saw it, I was like, I know she would not call another Mexican or Latina a monkey or a roach. So because I'm Black, obviously it's just gonna be like, why would I support a racist? But then I listened to a rant because somebody who I follow Milagros, and so she posted a rant that she did the other day. And to me, while I was listening to it for the first time, I'm like, it sounds anti-Black, like it sounds racist with the whole grow your hair, you can't grow hair, the whole ugly thing. Like, I do believe if you get plastic surgery, a lot of it to where your face is nothing like your face when you started, you don't have the right to call nobody ugly, because if you didn't think you was ugly, you wouldn't have completely changed your fucking face. So the reason why I dislike her don't have nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. I like female rappers who actually write and rap, and the shit is hard. And I don't fuck with racists regardless of if they cosplay as a Black woman. But that's not gonna, I'm getting this out the way because that's my opinion part. The reading, I'm going to tell y'all what the cards is talking about and what I feel intuitively guided to say. I didn't like, because after the rain, I saw, like, I didn't look at the video, but I saw on my recommended, it's like somebody was like, oh, Cardi said to Tasha K to stop race baiting or something. Like, she thinks Black people are so stupid that we didn't catch the shade. Like, we didn't catch the trying to say, okay, I'm the preference and that's the only man you can get because you're not the preference. Like, girl, when I listened to it, I saw it as anti-Black. I didn't need nobody else to tell me that. Like, she didn't race bait me into thinking it, so I know she didn't race bait nobody else. Like, to me, that's just like, she think Black people slow too. Like, we need somebody to tell us when something is offensive. Like, no, bitch, no. But my prediction, before I pull cards about what Spirit wants to say about y'all luminaries, one of them. I mean, the people y'all false lights, whatever. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. One of my predictions about her, besides her being on an all-star team of people that Roc Nation put together to go against Nicki, because they need an all-star team to knock her off, she's going to try to remedy this situation by collabing with Doechii, which is another person who Roc Nation got to go against Nicki. I'm going to put a clip in here of Doechii before she got super famous, so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Do I like Nicki?
I think the real question is, How could it be Little Me had the power to be the best beat in the league? Yeah, never to be.
But could it be Little Me? You was heckling me, now it's behind me on the regular league. Yo, I catch wreck on recreation. So I see the expectation. Bitch, gotta get in my killer, my skin, my contract was signed, but I ain't need it. No, Joe, I ain't even detonate the bombs in the arsenal. Before the storm comes the calm. Hope you can take the heat like LeBron. I'm the best now. Anybody with some money should invest now. Soccer moms need to organize a pep round. Your game over, let's get a. Do I like Nicki?
So clearly from that clip, she was a super fan. So I don't know what can make political views and saying leave people kids alone should not make somebody hate a person who they loved before. That's like somebody in my family. That's like me loving my mother or somebody in my family, and then they tell me they're Republican and they don't believe that kids should be transformed into another sex, and then, oh, I hate her now. Like, you never loved her. Like, you always envied her. That's what envy is. When you see something in a person but you hate them, you see something in a person that you want to be or you admire, but then you hate them and want to destroy them type shit. But I want to ask, but this is about a couple of y'all luminaries, right? So, first question, is it within spiritual law for me to read on these two people about this specific topic, even though I know it is, but I like to pull cards for a visionary, like for a visual answer for the reading. Yeah, Nine of Cups, you do what you want. Nine of Cups is a card about pleasure, fulfillment, wish fulfillment. Obviously, it's about drinking from the cup. Hold on. The King of Wands, this is about courage and confidence. Okay. So I guess don't second guess whatever comes up in the reading. The King of Wands could be coming out because I am a fire sign. I know Doechii's a fire sign. She is a Leo and Cardi is a Libra. So I looked into that as well, like into like her connection to Roc Nation. So it's not a direct connection, but they promote her stuff like through. Y'all can look it up yourself. But also last year, I think when she won a Grammy, she performed at the Grammys, and Jayz was in the audience standing up. And she did an interview before the Grammys. I just looked this up this morning before this reading. The interview she did before the Grammys, she's talking about fashion. And she's like, basically a fashion icon for hip-hop is Jayz. I looked around the room like, what? Who the fuck ever looked to this nigga for the fashions? Like, who the fuck ever looked to Jayz for that fashion? So it's like, people like to cover Nicki for maybe like supporting Trump because she needs protection from these people who made it clear that they know a little too much, like, about her, like her medical records and shit like that. I don't blame her for trying to get protection, and I don't really think nothing she said is wrong, but you're kissing somebody's ass to be on a tag team versus one person. Like, what the fuck? But also, I didn't listen to Doechii's recent song where they're like, that song where she did with SZA was a diss toward Nicki. I don't know, but it started playing on Pandora the other day. I was in the shower, and I'm like, who is that? I'm like, is that Nicki? No, that's not Nicki. It's a very Nicki coded flow and everything. So whatever, I just paused it. That's something I'm doing on another channel as far as like, never mind. Let me focus on this quick reading to confirm what I already thought and to like or to deny it, whatever spirit says. We're gonna go along with it. So did Doechii basically the first card out was the Hierophant, child. Yes, you already knew what I was about to say. Did she turn on Nicki for the gang, for Roc Nation to be a part of a tag team against her? So the Hierophant represents It could be churches, community, cults, covens, secret societies. You see how there's the man with a book and these two people on their knees trying to get the keys. So they're willing to bow down for the keys or for some type of status. It shows she did get accepted into something, which is also why, like, I'm not a hater of nobody. Like I said, I like good music. I listened to Doechii when she wasn't that popular, and her message in her last album, I just couldn't get with it. But of course she got a Grammy for it, because from what I heard, she was basically promoting pill popping, drug use. She day drinking in Hollywood and doing Hollywood shit. So yeah, they let her into Hollywood. She's in the coven, the secret society, honey. Tennis words is like, that's betrayal. Her shadow energy is betrayal. Whoever she got to betray or endings with in order to get in, she's willing to do that. The Ten of Cups, yeah, that's like a family called coven. So a lot of money comes with this, or status, or power, or whatever. This could be something she's dreamed of, like in her home, or like as a child. She's always dreamed of being a part of like a group of important people. I don't know. So, but that's already common sense. You don't go from loving somebody that much, like from that clip, to teaming up with their ops for no reason. Okay. But anyway, because she didn't even say anything about trans, because for some reason, which we can talk about in another video, Doechii's very pro-trans, like she speaks about trans people a lot, but Nikki said children, okay? And it was a trans man who actually said, like, he came out and said, I agree with her, because you can have a stroke from taking hormones to change your sex. As an adult, he said he just had a scare, like he was just in a hospital for a scare because he took too many hormones or something. He almost had a stroke, or he could have a stroke. He was basically saying that's a risk. So why would you put children at that risk when their brain's not even fully developed enough to know all that they need to know? Like, I don't even know what's wrong with people. But this is bigger than just entertainment. They want y'all kids. And then they use the entertainers to promote certain shit and to get people to give up. Never mind. I'm not about to hit the preaching too much. Let's see. Is my prediction accurate as far as is Cardi B going to try to remedy her exposed racism by working with Doechii, who is another person who is a part of the Hierophant, the same society as her? According to what the cards is talking about, everything is allegedly for entertainment purposes only, or in my opinion, or what the cards is talking about. Let's see what the card is talking about. Is that an accurate prediction? Ooh. Yeah. These are 2 yes cards. Yeah. So, the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like both of them will be paid well for trying to help her go into calmer waters, to appease people's emotions. So you got this non-black person, this black person, the Six of Swords, about going back to moving on to calmer waters. So yes, she will be used as the fetishized token black person to help her to not be seen as who she already exposed herself to be when she first called people monkeys and roaches. And I don't care what nobody say. The father's don't get treated like a black man. Her mother don't get treated or looked at like a black woman. She don't get treated or looked at as a black woman. So why the fuck is she going around saying niggas so much? I don't know. It's kind of like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, why are these Mexicans and Latinas allowed to say nigga, nigga, nigga? Like, I don't get it. I'll never get it. because it just shouldn't be done. Whatever. But that's another thing, like how they get people. how they get people to agree to their own oppression. Like, I know people been so mad at Kanye West for saying slavery is a choice. But I'm not saying it was a choice. I'm talking about modern day slavery. Like, of the mind and of the spirit. People be choosing to give all the power to their oppressor. All the power to whatever the fuck. Like I said, I'm not going to preach. But I have to... When you're reading cards, you got to say what the cards is talking about. What spirit guides you to say. So, yes, that's the plan. The Two of Wands is about a plan. So, he has the ball in his court, and his plan is to make it to that castle. So, we're talking about a plan. I feel like I'm accurate. But we'll see how that plays out. The only other video I have on this channel was about Young Thug. And I said Mariah the Scientist was hurt, but she's not going nowhere. I said marriage and a baby carriage came up, right? Ain't they engaged now? Ain't that crazy? Yeah. It's very funny. Let me see what messages that come out about this particular situation. Because I'm going to do separate readings on Cardi and Doechii. But this is just something that popped in my mind. Like, watch they use her as that. But I'm sure she don't feel like she's being used because she's being paid. But you can be used and be paid a lot. That's why most people, the higher you go up, the harder you fall. Your Michael Jacksons, your Whitney Houstons and shit. Because when they're done using you, that's when they throw you away. Not while they're using you. Like, let's see. Does she feel like she's not being used? Yeah. She feel like she's not being used. Because I feel like she's getting paid, or some type of comfort she's being given over and over again. The Six of Cups. And like I said, she, as a child, she always dreamed of like being in a powerful position financially, or looked at as powerful in the world with the Phoenix energy. The Eight of Wands. Allegedly, everything is allegedly for entertainment purposes only. The Two of Cups. Look, what is that? So I feel like she does a lot of this. Like, she does a lot of connecting with people in order to create change. This could be sexually. I mean, she even said it. Like, if you listen to her song, she like day drinking. She like Hollywood shit. That Hollywood shit, that's like casting couch stuff. Doing whatever you need to do to get to the next level. Including shit like this. For success. It's about success. Being on the throne. And basically... Even with that clip that I showed, do it make sense that Doechii got a Grammy last year, and the person who she was basically glazing in that video, or showing respect to, because really, it was a feeling. It's not something she thought about. Like, somebody who she was so connected to and inspired by, right, hasn't gotten a Grammy yet, being snubbed because she won't go along with certain shit, obviously. I'm not saying she's perfect and whatever. Nobody's fucking perfect. But obviously it's stuff she won't go along with. That's obvious from what's being said and done right now. But does it make sense that somebody who is that inspired by her would get one last year? And her? That's why I don't take that shit serious. I don't take numbers as far as anything that can be bought. I don't take it serious. Because even going back to Young Thug, the last person I read on, his leaked audio, he's talking about how he bought Gunna his first #1 or something. Like, the general public don't know that you can buy #1 spots on these fucking lists and shit like that. That's why they're behind closed doors doing certain things. In order, if y'all can't see, that's the devil. So, the devil card is basically, in a nutshell, sex, obsession, and addiction, enslavement, hypermaterialism, being used, to get people to give into their darkest impulses so he can bind you to their will. So that's what's happening to them. They gave into their darkest impulses so they can, but they're bound to the will of entities who don't give a fuck about them, because the devil don't love nobody. He's tempting. He tempt you with the world, right? And then underneath the devil is the tower. That's like the bigger you are, the harder you fall. The more you go up, the more you have to come down. 6 of Wands. But this is Leo energy. That's the pride before the fall when it comes out with these other cards. Yeah. Because like I said, in her world, like basically, according to what the cards is talking about, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, in her world, we're talking about Doechii now. She planned, her idea, her ship's coming in is stardom. Okay. But it's just no shade, but that's what the cards are saying. Like, it just shows she always wanted to be a star, and the things she had to do or deal with or whatever, she was willing to do it. Four of Pentacles reverse shows a bad investment, though. But I did want to keep this reading kind of short. Like I said, I'm gonna do separate readings on them in general if spirit agrees or when spirit guides me to do it. But what specific messages do you want to tell people about this? Okay, inspiration reverse. So basically, it shows them as uninspired or them wanting to, I guess they want to erase their inspiration. Fragmentation. This gives very much MK Ultra, not gonna lie. So maybe they are under some type of programming, but definitely she already admitted to doing a lot of coke and popping pills and Hollywood shit and day drinking. So too much of anything's bad for you. So it shows them as fragmented, but I'm not trying to condemn nobody or nothing. This is just what I gotta do. Like, this is not my first tarot channel. I started mine before the shit even got popular, but I just started a separate one to do this. Because I was guided to give like real spiritual news behind what they push down people's throat. Like, but anyway, I have to read what comes out. It's saying, I guess they want y'all to know that these are not people you should look up to or be inspired by, because they're fragmented souls. Fragmentation. I feel like they say a lot of things that they don't uphold. Fifth chakra. It's saying definitely have faith in your dreams. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. I feel like it's saying don't idolize anyone. I mean, these people who are showing up here and anyone in general. Flow is in the reverse. Conclusions are within reach. I feel like even with all the sneaky shit they're doing, there's not going to be the satisfaction or the conclusion that they want. Like, something doesn't flow right. Peace. And also, maybe this is another reason you shouldn't aspire to be like them or be inspired, because I feel like they don't have any peace of mind. Because that's what the devil energy is talking about once again. Seeds grow in the reverse. Like I said, the energy is gaining momentum. The seed is in the reverse. So when they do this, I feel like a lot of people is going to clock it. Like, a lot of people are going to be very aware of the fact that they're only coming together to go against her. They're only coming together to make it seem like she's not racist, when indeed she is. But for Doechii, she had to work with a lot of racists. Or sexist, or people who don't respect her. But it's about what you get from it for people like this, according to what the cards are saying on today. if any of them or anybody who knows them happen to see this, understand it's not personal, it's spiritual. Okay? The same way y'all want to force y'all asses and coochies in people's kids' faces and force y'all prejudice and bullshit and drug abuse promotion. Y'all want to force that on people. I'm not forcing nothing on nobody. I'm just reading the truth. I felt guided to do it, and I'm going to keep doing it. Probably every day. Because I don't know why I got distracted, but I'm just not no more. Because I'm sick, like, as a spiritualist, as somebody who really read people in real life, years before it became a popular thing, people always ask me about stuff. People always ask me about things going on, like, in entertainment or the stage. So I'm just like, why not just read on it? And when the predictions come out accurate, I'm going to let y'all know. I need to go post in my shorts the prediction about them getting, like, the marriage and baby carriage with Young Thug, even though she's not pregnant yet. Or that could be not literal, and it's like, you know, baby carriage goes with marriage, you know, marriage and baby carriage, whatever. And now they getting married. At this point, I'm just dragging it. I'm just talking just to talk because this reading is over. I just wanted to put that prediction out there and see what the cards say about it. So, yeah, thanks. Bye.